I hate to break it to you, but the new Superman movie isn't about Gaza, nor is it about Israel. Or at least, that's what they're trying to say. The new Superman movie is supposed to be light, fun, a retro-futurist reboot with robots and a flying dog. No politics, no agenda. And yet, it's causing outrage across Israeli social media. Calls for boycotts, accusations of propaganda, all because of one fictional country, Boravia, a fascist nation created in 1939 by Superman's Jewish creators. A fictional nation that's actually older than Israel itself. The film never set out to say anything about Gaza, but it ended up saying everything. So what if a superhero movie, without even trying, ended up exposing one of the most uncomfortable truths of our time? Let's find out. Here's what you need to know. The plot unfolds between two fictional nations, Boravia and Jahanpur. Boravia launches an invasion. It bombs civilians, commits atrocities. Jahanpur is completely defenseless, abandoned by the rest of the world. Sounds simple enough, right? But here's what people are picking up on. Boravia is shown as a dominant force with Eastern European accents and a cold, organized military. Traits that for some resemble Israel's modern-day military. On the other side, the victims are clearly styled to resemble Arabs or South Asians. Brown skin, beards, the visual cues are all there. Whether intentional or not, the imagery feels too familiar. And for many viewers, it didn't take long to draw the line between fiction and what's unfolding in Gaza today. The wild part about all of this is that the film doesn't even mention Palestine, and it doesn't even mention Israel. It's all fiction, taken straight from the pages of a comic book. But that didn't stop Israel feeling the need to defend itself. They even released a bizarre AI-generated image claiming the real superheroes are the Israeli Defense Force. A fictional movie about a fictional country, and somehow Israel saw themselves as the villain. Even Trump tried to cash in, posting an image of himself as Superman. But audiences weren't buying it. The internet had already connected the dots. The story had already slipped out of Hollywood's hands and into the real world, where people are starting to see things a little more clearly. Because what happens when a superhero movie, made without any political agenda, starts to look uncomfortably like reality?
I saw the new Superman film last night. Tell me why it is as anti-Israel as people are making out to be.
What some are calling a tone-deaf coincidence ends up revealing something far more unsettling about Hollywood itself. Because what this really reveals is Hollywood's blindness. It shows that studios are often more comfortable exploring themes of resistance and justice in fictional settings than they are addressing them in real life. The director, James Gunn himself, has said in an interview that it wasn't meant to reflect the Middle East, that he tried to move it away from that, and that it's purely fictional. And you know what? I kind of believe him, but that's what makes this even more disturbing. The real concern isn't who the hero fights, it's that Hollywood often tells stories inspired by real pain, without truly acknowledging where that pain comes from. Hollywood has been doing this for decades. Star Wars is, at its core, a story about rebellion against a violent, technologically superior empire. The most recent Avatar movie tells of an indigenous people defending their land from colonizers. When the same story plays out in the real world and we don't recognize it, maybe the problem isn't the story, but how we choose to see it. Whether it was intentional or not almost doesn't matter anymore. It reflects a growing shift in the way mainstream audiences are interpreting these stories. People who have never looked too deeply into Palestine are walking out of this film saying that felt uncomfortably familiar. And that's telling. If this exact Superman movie had come out a few years ago, would it have landed the same way? Probably not. The war on Palestine has been ongoing for decades, but something about this moment has made the parallels impossible to ignore. The point is, the resemblance is now so obvious that even casual viewers can't unsee it. When the general public, and even Israel, start seeing themselves in the villain of a fictional story, just like this one, especially in a franchise that's so deeply tied to American identity, that says a lot. And that shift matters because Superman is a global blockbuster. It dropped right in the middle of July summer break, with families and moviegoers packing out cinemas. It's on track to cross $500 million at the box office within its first couple of weeks out. The film is everywhere and people are watching. A lot of them. At that scale, it's not just a random reaction. It's something bigger. A shift in how people are seeing the world. For the first time, the picture is starting to come into focus. Audiences are becoming aware. And for many, it's the first time that they're truly beginning to understand not just the story on the screen, but the one unfolding in the real world.